The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 325 of your daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Succulents playing cards. So, no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. But before we start, these are still fully sealed, so we're going to have to crack that cellophane. There's a pull tab right over here, so we'll just grab that. And now that they're open, you can see it in the standard glossy finish tuck box. It's a white and green colorway, with the tuck box being that green colorway with the white lines over top. It says succulents there. Then you kind of got that little circle design there with the little diamond shape there, and has that kind of like the flower succulents there. It's in the within it there. One side says embossed finish and made in the USA. Other side says finest quality playing cards. The bottom has the Penguin Magic logo there, and it says 2020 Penguin Magic Inc. All rights reserved. Designed by Anna Lukovska, manufactured by the United Planking Company, Atlantic, Kentucky, made in the USA. And then you got the Penguin Magic little website down there, and the recycling logo just over there. On the back, you'll have a sneak peek of that back design. For the seal, it's a white stamp style seal with like the succulent little flowers there. And on the top is it's just that dark green colorway. Now, I'm going to crack that seal. So we'll grab our handy dandy card opener and crack those open. Pretty easy seal to crack open. I don't think I got it all yet. Okay, there. Now that it's open, on the tuck flap is that green colorway. Same thing on the inner tuck flaps is that glossy green. Now if we take the cards out of the box, on the inside of the tuck box here, it is just plain white. Nothing too crazy or fancy going on inside there. Now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And first we'll start with that back design. So here we have the green and white back design. It is a mirrored back design with the standard white border going around. And it's that succulent kind of little circle design. So you got a mirrored design of the little succulent flowers there. Then you kind of got that kind of circle design going around. You kind of got like a square kind of design that kind of meets there in the middle. You have a little bit more flowers there. And then like the little green like striped border going around. And then that standard white border. If we flip it over, same design in both directions. But now for the cards you get with the deck. Here we start with the first Joker. It says Joker, Joker there in green font. And the Joker itself is in green. There, and he has a little cactus there in its hand there. And then you got a pretty identical Joker, just like the flipped image. Like the image is flipped. And then it's in the red colorway. So you got a green Joker and a red Joker. And then for that custom Ace of Spades here, it's the green spade there. Big nice spade there with a little succulent kind of flowers there in the middle there, and then two on each side there, and some other like white kind of pinstripe lines. And the colorway for the spades looks like it's going to be green. You're going to get that green colorway, and they have a little bit of like a succulent kind of flower with inside the little spades there. And that's a different kind of style for the three there. You usually see it in like a line. You never see it like that. So it's nice to see a little bit of a change in the deck, as the pips are in different styles there. And then you got the Jack, Queen, King of spades, and they are fully custom. They're that green colorway, and they're all have some kind of little succulent flower there. And then the diamonds are fully custom as well. You got the ace of diamonds here, which is custom there with that little cactus kind of in the middle there. And then the rest of the diamonds have a little flower there in the middle. And same kind of like style with the pips being in the different positions. And then the Jack, Queen, King of diamonds once again, fully custom there. And they're in a all red colorway there, and they have different kind of like succulent flowers there. And then the club, same thing, fully custom in the green colorway, and with a different kind of succulent flower. And then the clubs, it's a little bit hard to see, but you might be able to see it when we get closer, the bigger numbers. There they have a little bit of a kind of a pattern there, more of a succulent kind of leaf pattern there. And they have the same kind of like stylized like shape to the placement of the pips. And the clubs here, I mean the ace of clubs, fully custom. There you can see a bigger image of a succulent flower there. And lastly, the hearts, Jack Green King of Hearts, fully custom. There, there, and they have different succulents there this time in the red colorway. And then the hearts also have a little pattern in it. Hard to see on the 10. Once you get to the bigger numbers, there you can see the little design a little bit better there. Another little flower there. And then the custom Ace of Hearts there. There's a bigger version of their succulent. And then the last two cards in the deck, you got a double backer of that back design. And a blank face, blank card. But now that we took a look at the cards, time to test the handling. And first we'll start with the springs. Well, they're pretty nice springs. It feels like it's almost like a slight bit of a crushed stock. Because they definitely like flex pretty good. And they're pretty smooth. There's definitely no thickness to stiffness to them. So nice straight out of the box. And now onto the fans. As you can see, they spread pretty evenly. You can see most of the pips and numbers. There's no real stickiness or clumpiness to the cards. Now time for the Pharaoh. And the Pharaoh is not as, like, they're not that smooth. I did have to slightly push and shuffle, push them together from the interlock wave because they did catch a little bit, but they interlocked the wave pretty nicely. Now for a giant fan of the back design. Now for that reverse Pharaoh. And the reverse was a lot more smoother and they interlocked the waves flawlessly. Now for a giant fan of the faces. And now time for the riffle shuffle or bridge shuffle. The bridge shuffles are definitely like a little bit clumpy. That's because the cards are new, like the riffle feels clumpy. So you definitely have to get them worked in and broken in. Yeah, like they're starting to feel a little bit more smoother after a few shuffles, but like you're just gonna have to do a bunch. They're not terrible, they're just not like broken in yet, so. They're definitely not the smoothest right away, so. And now time for a few packet cuts. Well, like I say, the pack cuts were pretty decent. Nothing too crazy. They weren't like overly slippery. They didn't feel like they wanted to slide out of my hands, which is pretty nice. They say packeted pretty good. Now time for that one-handed cut or surely a cut. And now time for the dribble. You definitely have the grip. It's more grippy with the faces up compared to the face down or the back design down. And so if the face is up, nice and grippy, you have a lot more control over it. And then when the back design is up, like they still work, it's just a little bit less grippy. But they're still pretty smooth though. Now time for that spread fan. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, I gotta say, it's not a bad deck of cards. Definitely nothing like overly crazy going on. There. You got that kind of like simplistic, but also kind of a little busy back design there with that green background with the white kind of like lines over top. With like the succulent flowers there. So not a terrible back design, just nothing like overly like crazy going on there. Kind of all slightly blends together. Nothing like not terrible though. And then you got the faces here, which have the green and red kind of colorway going on. So it kind of almost gives me Christmas vibes with that green and red. You got the fully custom court cards there. Yeah, where it's like a solid red for the hearts and the diamonds. And you got like the solid kind of green kind of colorway for the clubs and the spades. And each of the pips have their own little kind of little succulent design to it there. And the jokers are also full custom. So that's an okay design. Nothing like too crazy going on. Nothing like that jumps out to you. That's super crazy. There. And then for the handle okay. Nothing that too crazy. They're like a thinner stock though, so they have like no stiffness to them. Like they're not like thicker, which is kind of nice because you can easily spring them straight out of the box. There, which is pretty nice, and they're pretty smooth. So the handle fan, like they handle pretty good. No, they have that nice handling feel to it. So it's nothing too crazy. So it's more like a mid-range kind of deck. Nothing like overly crazy going on. And it's kind of like a weird name. I don't like saying succulents. It just kind of weirds me out for some reason. But, you know, I have the cards now, so I'm reviewing them. And like I said, it's an okay design. Nothing too crazy going on. Definitely not one of my favorite decks ever. But, I try not to hate card designs out there. But it's okay. And that handling, it's pretty good handling though. They handle fantastic. Pretty smooth though. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. This has been day 325 of Daily Deck Review. This has been the Succulents playing cards from Penguin Magic. And I'm the Canadian Card Collector signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.